located in West Africa with a population of about 18 million inhabitants and an area of 322,462 square kilometers, Côte d'Ivoire is the world's leading cocoa producer with an average annual production of 1.5 million tons of cocoa beans. Cocoa revenues have contributed to making the country a true economic hub in West Africa, with modern and diversified infrastructures, including 2 international harbors, Abidjan and San Pedro, a wide road network throughout the country, as well as an important telecommunications network. This economic development, which helped create a relatively well-performing health and educational system up to 1985, could not reduce the socio-economic distortions created by a high rate of population growth, 4.5%, based both on the high rate of fecundity and a heavy migratory flow. Known as a country of peace and political stability in West Africa, Côte d'Ivoire experienced its first coup in 1999. It is within this difficult context that the child labor issue was revealed. This situation led to the Harkin-Engel Protocol, requiring the implementation of the certification of cocoa farming. Certification is a permanent, reliable, and affordable process of evaluating working conditions in compliance with ILO 29 and 82 respectively, in relation to forced adult labor and the worst forms of child labor. It includes 4 phases. Phase 1. Data collection. Data collection is undertaken through an initial diagnostic survey produced from a dedicated questionnaire whose main objective is to provide reliable statistical information representing the status of child and adult labor in cocoa farming. Phase 2. The survey report and its publication. Phase 2 includes collected data and recommendations to remedy all issues raised during the Phase 1. This report is available to all interested parties from the website www.cacao.ci or any other appropriate means of communication. Phase 3. Remedial actions. These are preservative and curative actions which lead to sustainable improvements in working and living conditions in the cocoa sector. Phase 4. Independent verification. This phase allows for the possibility of a third party to come and challenge the survey, its methodology and accuracy, and the remedial actions, pertinence, adequacy, and efficiency. In order to bring relevant solutions to the issue of child labor in the cocoa sector, and in the quest for a sustainable development process in rural zones, a few interested players have been mobilized through various actions. Several measures have been taken by the Ivoirian government, namely through the strengthening of the legal framework, with the signing of ILO 138 and 182 in January 2002, the ratification of the multilateral agreement to fight against child trafficking in West Africa in July 2005, and the signing of Ministerial Regulation number 2250, dated March 14, 2005, in relation to the list of hazardous work forbidden to children. In order to provide better coordination and an efficient capitalization of activities, an interministerial steering committee has been put in place, with the mission to define and monitor the implementation of the government's orientations, harmonize the package of products implemented and look for funds to finance the implementation of the program, approve the budget for the Child Labor Monitoring System, CLMS, follow up and evaluate the annual activity programs within the certification framework. The steering committee has an executive secretariat in charge of daily activities related to the certification program. To ensure better communications, the Center for Information and Government Communications, CIGC, has been mandated by the steering committee to sensitize the public and promote the efforts undertaken by Côte d'Ivoire, and to pursue the mobilization of national institutions and communities in favor of this process. For efficiency, local government representatives have been mobilized in their respective zones to relay the Ivorian government's message.
Nous avons installé 90 comités villageois. Nous essayons de sensibiliser les producteurs, les agriculteurs sur la nécessité de faire en sorte que nos enfants ne travaillent pas dans les plantations de cacao.
The state of Côte d'Ivoire, through the steering committee, committed itself to making the certification of cocoa farming a reality through the implementation of the pilot project of the Child Labor Monitoring System, CLMS, in the district of Oumé in 2005. This pilot project has helped set the foundations of the diagnostic methodologies and provided answers before applying the survey to a greater part of the production areas. The results of this pilot project have revealed the need for strengthening the capacities of cocoa producers in order to improve their revenues, developing infrastructures, and promoting the schooling of children. Of the efforts undertaken to sensitization of cocoa farmers, one can cite the workshop organized by the cocoa producers in May 2005, the proximity sensitization of cocoa farmers by the village committees through the program of Fight Against Child Trafficking and Child Labor, LTTE, German cooperation. Of the efforts undertaken to reinforce production capabilities, the CIRAP program, initiated by ADM in 2005, which concerned 36,000 cocoa farmers from 17 cooperatives and cooperative unions.
Le métier de la cacoculture n'est pas donné aux enfants, c'est fait pour les adultes.
The STCP project, which involved 321 farmers' field schools and 33,000 cocoa producers since 2003, thanks to the World Chocolate Industry, USAID, and the cocoa supply chain in Côte d'Ivoire.
Là-bas, je gagne au moins 150 kilos par hectare, ou 125 kilos, ou 130 kilos. Mais maintenant, je gagne plus de 700 kilos à 800 à 600.
These programs will help improve the productivity of cocoa producers as well as their living conditions. Of the efforts undertaken to provide education to children, one can cite the creation of community education centers and training centers with income-generating activities, like in Petit Yamoussoukro in the district of Oumé since 2006, thanks to the grant provided by the U.S. Embassy in Côte d'Ivoire, and also in Béoué in Guiglo district since 2005, with the help of the NGO ASA and the financial support of UNICEF. These programs have either helped reinsert children that have been removed from the cocoa sector workforce, or help children avoid entering the cocoa sector workforce. The contribution of income-generating activities is very helpful for operating the structures put in place and to provide support to the parents of children taken into the programs. Of the efforts to ensure basic infrastructures, the Ivoirian government has put a trust fund in place for the rural areas, committing 23 billion CFA francs, $58 million US, to provide for the first year of operations. The following projects are planned: 15 fully equipped primary schools of 6 classrooms each, 14 hospitals, 20 maternity wards, and 3 complete health centers, all fully equipped. The equipment of 4 existing health centers, the rehabilitation of 400 wells, and the drilling of 300 new ones, the refining of 1,335 kilometers of rural roads, which start in March of 2008 in the districts of Soubré and Tiasalé. The government of Côte d'Ivoire, the world's leading producer of cocoa, fully recognizes its responsibility to conduct methodically and efficiently the certification of cocoa farming and beyond this, to bring about a sustainable development in the cocoa-producing areas. For this purpose, the setting up of the Côte d'Ivoire Cocoa Foundation is being examined with the support of all partners for the mobilization of the necessary resources in order to eradicate child labor in the cocoa sector.